Hello everyone and welcome to the next video of Questmasters Early Access. This game is like I said, it's currently on early access. You can pick this game up on Steam for $19.99, or if you want to try this game out before buying it, there's a demo version available to try out. So guys, welcome to the next update for Questmaster. This game was updated earlier in the afternoon, so that was like early. Very nice. So guys, we got several topics to talk about for this update. So let's go ahead and pull up the sheet here, and here we are. So give me a second to review it so I'll be able to see the screen. Alright, so here is the following. Okay, so introducing the spawner and multi-spawner. There are two new dungeon parts available for spawning objects at will: the spawner and multi-spawner. Spawner allows you to spawn a single object. Once that object is used up or destroyed, for example, killing an enemy, it will respawn another one to replace it. Let's not read the whole thing, but we already understand that the spawner acts like the one from Minecraft. Like, the enemies will continue to spawn no matter what, at a fixed rate. We'll cover that in a moment once we get into the dungeon making. So the next one we should talk about is, well, the multi-spawners as well. As you can see here, is it'll constantly spawn enemies non-stop. So I'll talk about the difference between the spawner and the multi-spawner. So the next one we have here is the introducing the lit bomb trap. The lit bomb can now be placed specifically in your dungeon, not just putting it into a container. This way you can have lit bombs fall from the ceiling with a condition, for example. Now I get to harass my, well, unlucky adventurers. Well, that being said, it kind of reminds me of Link to the Past. Like, when you pull the lever, bombs just drop from the ceiling. I forgot which level was it, but it has like similarities. Like this one right here, as you can see, you can spawn in with multiple bombs. So it's pretty handy to set up a trap. Okay, next one we have here is introducing the metal trapdoor. A trapdoor variant has been added. The metal trapdoor requires more weight to open. You can, for example, use this to prevent players from taking objects with them into other rooms. Now that is actually mighty handy. Like don't bring pods into the next room, because the trapdoor right there will self-explanatory, it will activate. It only activates when you have more weight on you. Like if you pick up a pod, key, or any object that you can carry, it'll add more weight, and then it will trigger the metal trapdoor, which we will cover that soon. Okay, the next one here we have automatic dungeon cloud synchronization. Dungeons you create are now automatically synchronized with a custom cloud system we've implemented using mod.io. That's actually pretty useful, but there's a downside here that Steam Cloud will not work properly, so they have a custom solution for that. Of course, it says here a huge benefit of this custom system is that it's cross-platform. Meaning, if you eventually get the game on Nintendo Switch, start building a dungeon on PC and continue building it on the go on your Switch. That's very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, so the next one we have changes to time. It says here the in-game time system has been changed to the base on real-life time. This means you are required to wait an entire real day to play another round of Lucky's Locks. Like in real life. Like, kind of example of Stardew Valley or any other type of games. Once you work, once you work on that day, you have to wait until the next day. Same thing in Questmaster. Like when you played one of those mini games, you have to wait until the next day. So be sure to visit Lucky's Lock. Once you open the chest, if you're lucky, you'll be able to get something. But before we cover that, there's also this one right here, this section. Boo now appears on a set schedule. The traveling gambler Boo has got a new set schedule. She now appears every weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and also on a random weekday which changes per week. Okay, so I guess that makes it much easier for Boo to appear in the town. Like, she'll mostly appear on weekends. So right now, today is Friday. By the time I'm recording this, it's currently Friday night. So that means she is not here at the moment. So tomorrow, which is Saturday, she will appear. So you get a chance to win some more rings. And speaking of rings, here's the next section we're going to cover also. 4 new rings have been added into the prize pool. 4 brand new rings have been added to the prize pool of Lucky and Boo. Can you find them all? Well, I'm sure we'll be able to show you guys the Lucky locks later on, but unfortunately she is not here at the moment, which is Boo. She's not in town, so she'll be appearing tomorrow. And last but not least, oh, actually there is more. Oh, this one also added. The next one is throwing the big key now deals damage. Like throwing pots or anything, now you can actually use the key to throw it at the enemy. For example, you can actually do a swordless run. Like your only weapon is your key. The big key, that is, specifically. You can just throw it at the enemy, it'll deal damage. That's like the alternative way to create a very tricky dungeon where your only defense is your big key. Think of it that way. Okay, so this one is also added, which is cracked blocks can now be placed inside liquid, just like their non-cracked counterpart. Ah, so that's very nice. So you can actually use the non-solid block, non-cracked version, of course, into the water to create a path. And from the looks of it, since they're cracked, they can be destroyed by explosion. So we're gonna try that out in a minute. Okay, guys, we have now covered that. Let's go ahead and get with showing you guys the tips. So here comes the first tip about making or using the spawners and multi-spawners. Alright, so now that we're in the game, let's go ahead and start. We're going to use this reference that I just made earlier. Alright, I had that test earlier this afternoon, so we're going to do it one by one. So, the first thing we're going to try out is the regular spawners, which can be accessed in the gizmo section, where it says miscellaneous. Here, if you just place it on there, and of course there's 2 different types of variants: the spawner, and then we got the multi-spawner. First, we're gonna try this one out first. So let's see if it does anything at the moment. Does it spawn anything? No. You need to give something to spawn. How about we try like a heart? I'm actually curious. Can you actually put heart in this? Oh, apparently you can. And there you go. It spawns a heart. it'll just keep going once you keep pick up more hearts. So this is actually useful when the situation gets tough, like you're in a heavy gauntlet room. Um, this type of spawner, it can only spawn one at a time. Once there's a current active one on the map. So if you grab this one right now, it'll generate a new one. Same can be said to the enemies. So we're gonna try adding the enemy. So here we are. We're gonna replace the heart with this. Now it's gonna spawn out an enemy. So it won't spawn anymore until you kill this one. And of course, it's gonna do the same thing. So we're gonna experiment the door. I'm actually curious what will happen. Okay, we're gonna add this and then give it a condition, which is the when all enemies are defeated. So let's see what happens. Does it do anything? Ah. So if you don't kill enemies, if all enemies are not killed within the room, the door will close. Well, if the new one appears, the door will close automatically. This is very handy. So what happens if we give the spawner the condition? So let's see. What if we add this, and then we'll add the switch. So we're gonna put one right here. We're gonna give it a square to match the other one. Okay. So now let's see. Ah, yes. This will disappear. Kind of a continuation, and then one will disappear, the other one appears. This is kind of an interesting contraption. Alright, that's pretty unique. So now we're gonna try out the multi-spawner. Multi-spawners will constantly spawn in enemies. So we're gonna see if we can make it spawn faster. Now let's see how crazy it will get. As you can see, it's spewing up more enemies. Yeah, it will continue spawning enemies. If you don't kill them all on time, the door will lock you out constantly. I'm actually afraid what will happen if the entire enemies gets filled up, if the room gets filled up with enemies. So yeah, something like that could happen. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can actually add a key. So what if we add a small key? What will happen? So we're gonna remove the condition. Let's see. Oh, it looks like it only spews out one key. Probably it's should be this one. Let's see what happens. Same thing. I guess when there's two people available, one can actually share the key with the other. So I guess we can actually put it that way. Alright guys, looks like we covered up the spawner and multi-spawner. So now we're going to go to the next one, the next topic. Yes, the lit bomb. So, we're gonna be adding some bombs here. Of course, we're adding some switches. Actually, yeah, we're gonna add this one first. So we're gonna add this, and we'll give it the shape square. And now let's add some lit bomb traps. See, it's now in the trap section. We're gonna add this. Of course, by the time you enter this room, the bomb is already lit if you place it on the map. And then it will explode. Okay. We're gonna do this. Now let's make an example. Let's test it out. Just like that. Since Golmek has the ability to spawn in bombs when you give it to him upon taking damage, you can actually spawn the bombs dropped from the ceiling from anything means, like switches or anything. So let's go crazy. Let's add lots of them. That's right. Give me lots of bombs. Oh yes. Now, let's make with the fireworks. And just like that, you can also change the duration of the bombs. I believe this will go fast instantly. So if we change some of these, now let's see what happens. Only 2 bombs speed has changed. Yeah. So, that being said, we covered how the lit bomb trap works. Before we conclude it, I want to see how well does this do. I'll be testing out the wall switch. What happens? So we're gonna give it a high speed for testing purposes. I'm actually curious. Oh, it disappears. It disappears. So the duration of the bombs was saved once the wall switch expires or runs out. Pretty handy, actually. It would have been nice if they had the wall switch, like you pull the switch from the wall and then bombs drops in, like in Link to the Past. Right. We finished covering up topics about lit bomb traps, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one. The next topic is this. We got metal trapdoors to work with. So let's get rid of these. A demonstration between those 2 trapdoors. Okay, if you go here, you go to this section where the traps is, we have a wooden trapdoor, but there's a variant. Now we're gonna put one wooden here, and then here we can change this to metal trapdoor. Now, the wooden trapdoor, as you can see, if you fall through here, it will open and then drop you into the pit. However, if you stand on the metal trapdoor, there's not enough weight because you need something to push you down with more weight. So this is a weak version of the trapdoor as you fall through because you don't need any other weights. Now, if I bring up here and add a pot, a big key, for example, or it could also be a bomb. We'll be testing these 3 out. So, here, pull up the pot, and then you actually drop down to the pit. Very useful, actually. Go to the same thing, the key. Also drops you down. As we pick up the bomb, let's go ahead and just like that. Keep in mind the bomb will stay on you whenever you hold it while standing on top of the metal trapdoor. Well, looks like that covers up the trapdoors. You can also use the trapdoors as a design to prevent other people from carrying other objects to the next room while there's trapdoors in place. The only safe way to get across by carrying nothing. Come to think of it, what if we program the trapdoor? Does it have anything? Apparently they do have it, so it actually works the same way as the wooden trapdoors. Well, we're not going to cover it because we already know by now how they work. Alright guys, time to move on to the last topic, and here it is. So, the newest update allows us to use the key, the big key, to damage the enemies. So let's go ahead and give ourselves a little test. Let's go ahead and cover these holes here. Okay, so we're gonna put down the big key here, and we are gonna add an enemy. First off, we're gonna add this. Now let's see what happens when we pick up the key and then throw it at the snake. It's gonna be tricky though. Ah, there it is. If only there was a slow motion to be able to see this. So as what you saw, guys, I threw the big key at the snake and the snake took damage. So let's add a turtle for how it plays out. This should have more health. Let's also not give it projectiles. It's just for testing purposes. Okay. Let's throw it. So the damage that the key can deal is up to 1 damage as a regular sword swing when you strike the enemy. It's actually very useful whenever you play a dungeon that you become swordless and your only defense is your big key. Pretty handy, if I say so myself. Well, I believe that covers up most of the topics about this. So, as a bonus, we will show you guys the lucky locks. So let's go ahead and exit out this dungeon. So let's head on over to Lucky Locks. We should be able to get 4 more different rings. It says now Lucky Locks chest has reset finally. Just remember, guys, you can only play Lucky Locks one times a day. And now we got the lucky key. Let's open one of the chests, and hopefully we get lucky. I'm thinking we go here. Well, we got ourselves another key, so let's try and open another chest. I think it's over here. Hey, we got ourselves a ring. First try. It looks like a thorn ring, but then again, my eyesight are not that great. So we're gonna go here to the appraiser to appraise our ring. And as you guys can tell, the appraising will take time to appraise our rings, so you have to come back here later. This is a place where you actually use your ring. I guess we got ourselves the ring already. Oh, it looks like they made some changes. So now it's instant. That we don't have to wait anymore. So that's a new addition. All right, let's go ahead and check our new ring that we got today. Increases your luck. So we got a lucky ring. From the looks of it, the lucky ring will allow us to deal critical damage. From the looks of it, I think it does critical damage by chance on the enemy. So yeah, looks like that. Alright guys, I believe we reached the end of the video, so thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this new update on Questmaster. We're approaching July very soon, and the new theme, the big update, will likely occur during the month of July, almost to the very end of the month, as I was told. So guys, be sure to pick this game up on Steam. It's only like $20 right now. If you're so unsure if this game is right for you, play the demo version to try it out before buying it. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.